Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products. Anything else you want to say to your fans, man?
Man, shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Errol Spence Jr. My whole name, and just look out for me.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Boy, it's a whole lot to say when it comes to this fight. First things first, let me go ahead and say congratulations to Mikey Garcia. He dominated Robert Easter. Mikey Garcia, he won his biggest fight to date. It's really impressive when a champion is calling you out for damn near 2 years and you finally decide to fight him and you beat him in impressive fashion. This was a much more impressive win than when Mikey Garcia beat Adrien Broner, because in that fight, Adrien Broner, he did not come to fight. Robert Easter came to fight and he still lost. Now, going all the way back to the first round, when I seen Robert Easter come out with that piston-like jab, he was looking really good. And I was waiting to see how Robert Easter would respond to Mikey Garcia's attack. And when Mikey Garcia shot out 3 stiff jabs and all 3 of his jabs landed, I knew it would be easy for Mikey Garcia to land right hands. And that's what he did. He almost landed at will against Robert Easter. And eventually he ended up knocking him down with that right hand. You know, something that's pretty funny is everyone kept saying that if Robert Easter uses his reach in this fight, he will, you know, most likely be successful. But the funny thing is, when Robert Easter actually fought on the inside and tried to make it a dog fight, that's when Robert Easter was actually more successful. He was more successful fighting on the inside than he was trying to stay on the outside. Robert Easter doesn't have the defense to fight on the outside. Once again, he looked good when he was letting them jabs go and when he was throwing those right hands downstairs. But when Mikey Garcia attacked him, it looked like Robert Easter was a fish out of water. This was a very impressive performance by Mikey Garcia. He's very accurate. Mikey Garcia was always in position to land something clean when it looked like Robert Easter was all, because instead of using upper body movement to slip punches like a Floyd Mayweather would do, Robert Easter was trying to use foot movement as a way to avoid punches, which means his head was still standing straight up, and Mikey Garcia, he took advantage of that. I said going into this fight, Mikey Garcia will most likely have a power edge over Robert Easter, and it was proven in the Broner fight, and it was proven tonight. I think Mikey Garcia is one of those rare fighters that can carry his power to the higher weight classes. This is the reason why I believe Mikey Garcia is so confident that he could beat Errol Spence. I think that Mikey Garcia probably feels deep down that he's really a welterweight, or maybe he feels he's really a junior welterweight that's just coming down to the size of a lightweight. I'm just thinking maybe he thinks this because I've been at Mikey Garcia's camp. I've talked to Mikey Garcia's sparring partners, and they have told me. I've talked to middleweight sparring partners, and they told me that Mikey Garcia hits harder than some middleweights. So I could see Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence being a very explosive fight. I told you guys before this fight, I wasn't rooting against Robert Easter, but I definitely was looking forward to possibly seeing Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence. And now we are most likely going to get to see that fight. That is going to be a big, big fight. And there's no doubt about it. I really believe that even though a lot of people would definitely pick Errol Spence to possibly stop Mikey Garcia, I think after his performance against Robert Easter, it's going to give a lot of fans confidence thinking that he can actually beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence just said in a recent tweet or recent Instagram post, if Mikey Garcia is dumb enough to move up to 147, he could get that smoke. So once again, Errol Spence is looking forward to the challenge. And I'm just happy that we're gonna see a real fight at the welterweight division. Regardless if you think Mikey Garcia is an underdog or not, this is a real fight, guys. Just keep in mind, Roberto Duran moved up 2 weight classes to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. Shane Mosley moved up 2 weight classes to fight Oscar De La Hoya. And both small men or smaller men won, beat the big man, okay? So congratulations to Mikey Garcia. I said before this fight, whoever wins this fight, they get catapulted up that pound for pound list. So no doubt about it, Mikey Garcia is definitely the best lightweight in the world, and I don't think Lomachenko is gonna come close. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up and make some more Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence videos, start promoting that mega fight. But I will say this before I wrap this video up. I told you guys going into this fight, this was a 50. And I also explained before this video that when you say a fight is a 50-50 fight, it doesn't always mean the fight is gonna be fought tooth and nail. What it means is going into the fight, competition-wise, you're facing the best opposition you've ever been in the ring with. We've seen so many fights that were considered 50-50 and it turned out to be a first round knockout, or it turned out to be a one-sided fight, 12 rounds. Now this wasn't a complete one-sided fight, but it was a dominant performance by Mikey Garcia, and now it's on to the next. It's on to Errol Spence. Now the good news for Mikey Garcia going into an Errol Spence fight, it's almost a win-win type situation because he will be the underdog, right? So even if he loses to Errol Spence, it would be expected that he would lose to Errol Spence. But if he pulls off the mega upset, he becomes number 1, number 2 pound for pound the best fighter in the world. I can't just throw him at number 1 because you still have Terence Crawford there that will be in the same division as him, and we all know that if he were to beat Errol Spence, Terence Crawford is gonna be right in Mikey Garcia's face. Like, no, you're gonna have to fight me now because we both over here telling people that we're pound for pound the best fighters in the world, right? So, but no doubt about it, if Mikey Garcia pulls off that fight, if he pulls off the win, I should say, against Errol Spence, it could easily be argued that he's pound for pound number 1, the best fighter in the world. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up and upload some more videos. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.